You guys ever have blossom end rot on your tomatoes? Your tomatoes will be growing great, they look great, and then before they mature and ripen, the blossom end of it starts to rot. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, so let's get to it. There's a couple of things that can cause that. The two most common, one is sporadic watering. If you don't water your tomato plants very often and you let the soil dry out completely before you water it next, a lot of times that can shock the tomato and cause it to have end rot like this. Another common thing is just a lack of calcium. And there's a really easy way to remedy that. And that great reveal was this bottle of Tums. I don't know if you look at the active ingredient in Tums, this is a generic version from Equate, but if you look at the active ingredient, it's calcium carbonate. So you can just take one of these Tums, crush it up, and this is flavored, it doesn't matter if it's flavored or not. Crush that up, put it in a gallon of water, and water your tomato plants with it. Even better than that is to spray the leaves, because then it'll absorb it a lot quicker. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll just do a little quick video on this and see if we can't remedy my blossom rot. I know in my case the issue is not with watering, because my tomato plants get watered twice a day, once in the morning and then once again in the evening. So I know it's not sporadic watering, so it's probably a calcium deficiency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Tum, I'm going to crush it with this mallet, and then I'm going to put it inside this bottle of water, and then I'm going to go squirt the plants with it. You don't have to use this. You can use one of those 1 gallon pump sprayers. I don't have one that hasn't run Roundup through it, so that's why I'm using this. And it doesn't matter, you can't put too much calcium in there. It's not going to hurt it if you have a smaller amount of liquid to calcium ratio. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, but let's crush this first. Okay, and I'm just going to fill this up with water, and then I'll shake it up, let it dissolve. So you should shake this up for, I don't know, a good 20-30 seconds. Help get that calcium dissolved and dispersed throughout the water. If you used heated water from the tap, it might speed that process up a little bit. This water is actually warm. I filled it up with the outside faucet, and the hose had been sitting in the sun for a while, so this is actually pretty warm. Alright, so let's take this over to the tomato plants and let's give them a squirt. So these tomatoes get full watering every morning, and I tell you, the leaves are already starting to droop. It's so hot and dry here in Utah this time of year. It's been hitting over 100 degrees every day for the last several days. So by the end of the day, the early evening, about this time, they're ready for another watering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give them some squirt from this. What I don't use on the leaves, I'll water them with it, and then I'll go get some more water. And another thing you want to remember, you don't want to do this during the heat of the day. You either want to do it early in the morning or in the evening after the sun goes down. So the sun is, it's not down yet here, but the sun is no longer shining on the garden because of the trees. So they're fully shaded for the rest of the day. And another thing you want to do is you want to go through and you want to check your tomatoes, and if any of them have the blossom end rot, you want to pull those off, because they're not going to get better. So don't have your plant waste its energy on a tomato that you're not going to harvest. So we actually came through and did this yesterday and pulled off all the tomatoes that had end rot on them. We haven't had any new ones. If you don't have a gallon sprayer or a spray bottle like this, you can just dissolve it and just water it like normal. The results are a lot faster if you spray on the leaves though. Alright, so I've gotten good coverage on the leaves, so I'm just going to take the rest of this and just pour it directly onto the plants. Alright, that's all you got to do. And you probably want to repeat that process every week or so, just to make sure that they've got enough calcium. You're not going to give them too much, so you don't have to worry about that. That's really all there is to it. You'll notice an immediate result. You'll see results within the next day or two. And then the tomatoes that you've got on should mature and ripen, and you should be able to harvest them. Alright, that's it for this video. Talk to you guys later. A couple of days since we gave these tomatoes, calcium treatments. I thought I'd come out here and take a look at them, see how they're doing. That one looks pretty good. Let's see here. That one looks good. These are looking good. So I would say that's a successful treatment. These are looking pretty good. So just wanted to do a quick little follow-up and let you guys see how they're doing.